of Pathfinder services. This is our 4th birthday celebration. And Randy, I gotta tell you, it's a great concept to be able to celebrate a birthday 4 times. And it's not even 5 o'clock yet. We're about 1 minute in front of that 5 o'clock. But it's great to be here with dear friends, neighbors, and a number of the people that we serve, and great numbers of people who have served Pathfinder. There are former staff members here. There are former board members here. There are current board members here. There are excellent staff all across this organization. My name is Chant Thompson. I currently serve as the board chair. And I'll tell you, this has been a great 50th birthday, and it's not done yet. We are thrilled that you're here. We're going to have some comments by people who've interfaced with Pathfinder services. But in 1966, a group of people thought there's a need that's not being met. That group of people are literally blown away by what Pathfinder services is today. And it just shows when you have vision, opportunity, but more than anything else, passionate people who care about meeting a need, great things can happen. Now, one of the wonderful things that we have in our community is Huntington University. And a group of students there put together a video that we would like to show you right now. So it's about 2 minutes long. I'll come back and make some introductions, but thank you for coming to our celebration tonight.
Whatever your past, whatever your present, wherever you are on life's path, you have the right to choose where you will go next. You may want to move toward a place you never thought you could reach on your own, and the place you want to reach may have many obstacles along the way. Whether those obstacles are developmental barriers or financial hardships, we want you to know you don't have to face them on your own. If it takes months or years, we will walk with you for the entire journey to build your wealth, whatever that means to you. Maybe it means owning your own home, finding a steady job, having a safe and educational place for your kids while you are away, or learning to express creativity and find fulfillment through artistic creations, which also present the opportunity of self-employment by selling your masterpieces. Wealth may simply mean completing everyday tasks more independently. Pathfinder Services is here for you. We provide opportunities for you to find success and be a part of your community, for you to find independence, to overcome obstacles, to take control of your own destiny. So next time you start to move toward a goal that seems impossible, let us come alongside you to help you achieve it. Pathfinder Services, providing a hand up no matter where you are on life's path.
I'm John Niederman, President and CEO of Pathfinder Services, and I'm very proud to be part of an organization that has sought to give a hands up for over 50 years to people so they can be the best that they can be.
I have a cue card here because I don't want to forget some of these things, but this individual is actually, Marcia and I came to the Huntington community when I was 24 years old. I'm now 62. This gentleman came alongside and welcomed me to the Huntington community and has been a good friend ever since then. But one of the people that got the ball rolling for Pathfinder Services was a young senator in the state of Indiana. During a legislative session, he was called out in the hallway by a young man whom he actually didn't know. He did not know this individual. He told him that Huntington County needed to establish a program for children who were developmentally disabled. That sparked an interest in this young senator's mind. He returned to Huntington and he started, as he usually does, in terms of gathering support from others. It's my honor and my privilege to ask that young senator to come up here and make a few remarks as one of the founding fathers of Pathfinder Services. None other than the Honorable Gene Snowden. Thank you, Gene.
I count it a privilege, first of all, to be here after 50 years. I'm happy to be anywhere. I would never dream 50 years ago we'd be doing this, but I'm happy we're here. And we had this gentleman wanted to come to Huntington and talk to somebody about establishing a board of directors for the retarded families here in town. And we didn't have that before, and so I scheduled a time, he came, and we had a great evening together. And in the meantime, I began to think about all the people that are now pressured to do a lot of things in our community, and here I am asking to do one more thing. But that's normal, and that's how it works. Anyhow, I talked to him at quite length because I knew nothing about the program that happened in Indianapolis, and he explained all that. And then I started thinking in my mind about the people who would be good leaders for a program like this. And then after you get their name, then you have to contact them and see if they can kind of about the leadership. And one of the first ones I thought about was Herb Lamont. He owned the Mako Corporation, and a busy guy. Knew his wife real well, and when you talked to her about doing something like this, he just said, go and see Kay. She does all my local work. And I said, no, we want you. And so after a little persuasion, he said, okay, I'll do it. Well, then that afforded my ability to get other people involved of his nature. And we went to Dr. Regan, was number one, and then David Brewer, the attorney, and McIntosh was on the board also back in the early beginning. But anyhow, we just hit it just right with Dr. Regan because he's the one that developed this program for the state school where we now have the school. And all the background and legwork, I have to give him credit for it. And so we were real privileged to have that. And Dr. Regan was the first president of the association and has done a tremendous job ever since. I'm just grateful to have the opportunity to serve with them because they're a wonderful bunch of people and very talented and knew what they were doing. I was never a board member of the association, but I sure had the privilege of working with them. And I would never believe that it would develop into this kind of an organization. But people like John Regan, John Niederman, and people like that have afforded good leadership, have caused this organization to be what it is today. And we really appreciate it. When I got down to the legislature after establishing this commission, or this committee, I began to talk to some people down there about how could we afford a program on the local level as a new organization. And the school board was way ahead of me because they'd already decided to provide the income to the two teachers, Mary Brennan and Lola Peters were the two teachers that started. And the school corporation said they would pick up the tab for it, which was a real blessing. We didn't have any money, so we had to resort to the school corporation. And they were happy to step in and provide it. And so what we started with then, you have here today. And we really appreciate John Niederman's work and all the ones that preceded him. And it was my real privilege to have the opportunity. 50 years ago, you didn't think about what was going to develop from a board member, a board group like that. But it really has been an asset. I'm just happy to have a small part in it. And I appreciate the leadership. Thank you.
Gene alluded to it. You can do the math. Today is 50 years. In 50 years, we've had 6 chief executive officers. Executive director title is president, but for 31 of those years, we've had the gentleman who leads us today at the helm. Now, the mayor of Wabash today teased me because I said I've had the opportunity to travel other parts of the country in professional development experiences with our president. And no matter where we're at, people come and seek out his advice because of his leadership, his vision, his continuity. Think about doing something with passion for 31 years. It's my privilege to introduce to you the Chief Executive Officer of Pathfinder Services, John Niederman.
Thank you, Chan, for those wonderful words. I want to thank all of you for giving up your time to be with us tonight for this wonderful, wonderful 50 years of incredible service. As I said at the other birthday parties that we've had all over Northeast Indiana and a little bit into North Central, over the years, there are 2 things that we've done. We've pursued the highest standard of customer service, and we continuously innovated our services to the changing needs of those that we serve. And when you do those 2 things with such incredible staff over the years, you can't help but be successful. There's no way that you're going to fail. No way. Today, we employ nearly 500 people, wonderful people, dedicated to serving others, giving people. We serve close to 4,000 individuals annually through the various divisions of the organization. And you heard that our founding fathers started with children, soon to be adults, that needed some place after school to have services. And I'm looking at Bill Krzan out there, who was there at the time, right? Yeah. First volunteer executive director of this fine organization, right? Gave his time as well. Gave his time as well to make sure we got off to a solid excellence of service. Over the years, we still provide services at the heart of our vision. And you heard parts of that in the video. We envision a community in which all people, regardless of their abilities, are accepted and have control over their own destinies. That's called inclusion, and that's called choice. And I can't think of two greater American values that we all live by than to love one another and to have choice in our lives. And this organization, through its staff, epitomizes that every day. Every day. We've had, over the years, incredible board members and founding fathers that have served this organization with distinction. And there are several board members with us tonight, Chant Thompson being one, and Randy Prongi. I'm looking around the room. Board members, raise your hand so I can see you. Chris Campbell, Rosa Wheeler, Joey Spiegel. Thank you. We had a couple of others who couldn't stay. Seth Whitaker couldn't stay. Lisa Garrett could not stay. But we also have in our midst tonight some wonderful, wonderful past board members who have led this organization. Would you please raise your hands if you're a past board member? Brooks Fetters, Mike Perkins, Royce Ruckman, Bill Krzan. I know there's some others. Oh, my brain's, Joe Wiley. My brain was going nuts. Sorry. And I don't have my glasses on. And Will Hahn was here. I don't know where Will is. Julie Getz, I don't know where you're at. Okay, you're hiding back there. Who else? Who did I miss? Anybody else that I missed? Some wonderful, wonderful people. The staff that put this on tonight, I want to recognize. And the day. Cheryl Clancy, where are ya? Cheryl, come on up, front and center. Cheryl Clancy put this entire day together. Give her a big round of applause. Hours to organize 4 events. And she had great help.
Yes.
Great help.
Absolutely.
But she was the lead. We had a great marketing team, raise your hand marketing team, put the video together. Blake did incredible finishing touches to what the HU students did. Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful. Taking pictures all day. Where's Melissa? Heidi. All right. Where's Loretta? Part of the marketing team, way out there. They like to take the back seat. They don't like to be recognized. But thank you to them. And then the senior leadership team that makes this place run. They truly make this place run. Every day with unending passion for the people that we serve. So senior leadership team, Jan, Bob Gardner, who else? There's got to be some others in here. Okay. I know they're probably out working. But Tanya, where are you, Tanya? You didn't raise your hand. There's Tanya. I didn't wear my glasses, so sorry. Tanya Torres, our HR director. Chris Kaufman, who's our new CIO officer. And I don't see Sandy Wing anyplace. Okay, I know she's here. Let's please say thank you to them. On this day, 50 years ago, our organization was incorporated. It was also Monday. And Lyndon Johnson was our president. Humble beginnings began in the basement of a home on Etna Avenue, expanded providing services all across northern Indiana. And in the past several months, our leadership team and board of directors are starting to put together a strategic vision called Vision 2020. And the 4 focus areas that we have come up with, that are simple words, but when you combine them all together, that's what causes self-reliance and choice. That's what causes our services to be great. And that is that really, over the years, we have begun to focus on really 4 areas. Education, housing, employment, all leading to well-being. So think about that. Education, housing, employment. If you've got great education, you've got good housing, and you got employment, making money, right guys? All right. You're bound to have an incredible sense of well-being, which is what we strive for with folks. In education, we provide excellent opportunities for children, teens, and families of all walks of life through Kids Campus, through our adult programs, through our housing counseling that we do. We help each individual to be part of their community with that education, including education about their community. We're very excited about the talents of our artists at Creative Abilities, and we invite you to visit their studio, which is right across the parking lot. They're producing some wonderful works of art these days, and they're selling them. We had a record year, almost $10,000 in sales this year. Incredible. We also have other learning opportunities about finances, credit, home ownership to enable families to make wise choices and to build wealth. In our housing area, besides our home ownership, we help 250 to 300 people a day be housed and receive support services that are intellectually, developmentally challenged. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Right, guys? Yeah. We also provide education and loan packaging assistance, first-time home buyers, foster independent, with innovative supported living homes on our Ash Street and Grant Street, where everybody has a bedroom and everybody has a bathroom. And we want to do more and more of that as we go forward. In the employment area, through Resource Connection, we helped 75 people gain employment last year who have disabilities. And in our outsourced manufacturing area, we provide wonderful opportunities for people to hone their skills and to produce an income. All this created towards the well-being of those we serve. We work to strengthen communities in Northeast Indiana by serving people at all stages of life, from the very young to the very old. We specifically designed them to meet immediate needs and inspire hope for a brighter future. With the very young, we start with Kids Campus, an excellent child care facility that, and I see some of the staff here tonight, that starts with the very young. 30% of the people, kids that attend Kids Campus, have some type of developmental delay. So we're serving all kids, not just some kids, where kids can be kids. And as we look to the future, we want to emulate Kids Campus going forward, where we can serve our adults with others in the community who have similar skills and similar talents, so they can be with people who aspire the same way they do in earning and being. So as we move forward, we've only just begun through our first 50 years, and we look forward to the next. Today, I'm honored to call up to the podium Mayor Brooks Betters, former board member, who has joined us and would like to come and share a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's always bad when you're toward the end of the program, but I want to thank each of you for being here today and celebrating this great event. in the life of Huntington, Indiana, and the wider community. Before I read a proclamation, I want to just share a few words, and it echoes what Chant and Jean and John have already said. But coming off this Easter weekend, I'm reminded of James 1:7 that says, "True religion is taking care of the widows and the orphans." I don't know of any organization in the United States of America that is planted right here in Huntington, Indiana, that takes care of widows and orphans. And while you may wonder around who's a widow and who's an orphan, I'm talking about individuals that have been widowed by the death of finances, or the death of a marriage, or the death of health, or individuals who have been orphaned by the death of an ability, or the death of a skill, or the death of a neighborhood. Whatever it is that orphans and widows someone, Pathfinders for 50 years has been at the forefront of meeting those needs and solving those problems and serving those people. That honors God and makes our community a great place to live. There are two words that I think of when I think of Pathfinders. They've been used already. I think of impossible, and you heard it in the video. And I think of the phrase of St. Francis of Assisi when he says, "First you do what's necessary, then you do what's possible, and before long you've accomplished the impossible." When I meet the Pathfinder ladies who come down once a month to dust the woodwork at the city building, and I see how polished and beautiful it is, I thank God for the people who thought of Pathfinders 50 years ago and made it a reality for someone else's impossibility to become real. I also think of inclusion, and John said it very, very well. But what I am proud of as a mayor of the city of Huntington is that we live in a city that is inclusive. But that inclusive ability and that act of inclusion is a direct choice. And here's what I want all of us to walk away with knowing today. We hear so much about entitlement mentalities and people who think someone owes them something or they deserve something. If you've been around me very long, you know that my eyes start to fog over, my ears bleed, and my tongue falls out of my mouth when I hear entitlement. But I'm telling you here today, everybody deserves an opportunity to live an independent life and to live a life as rich and as full as they possibly can. Not only is inclusion an opportunity, but for those of us who are perhaps the most able, we have a moral obligation, a debt, to make sure that all who deserve opportunity have that opportunity. And that's what Pathfinder Services has done well for 50 years. And so, John, on behalf of the city of Huntington, and in recognition of all those before you, with you, and who will lead after you, I want to present you and your team one of the City of Huntington Leadership Medallions that reminds us that it's not about your title, it's about what you do. If you serve people and you solve problems, you are a leader. John, congratulations. Pathfinder Services today on March 28, 2016, whereas Pathfinder Services Incorporated, a comprehensive human and community development organization, is serving the city of Huntington, Huntington County, and the surrounding area. And whereas Pathfinder Services was incorporated on March 28, 1966 in Huntington, Indiana, and today celebrates their 50th year of incorporation. And whereas Pathfinder Services envisions a community where all people are accepted, regardless of their abilities, and have control of their own destinies. And whereas Pathfinder Services, for the past 50 years, has continually looked for opportunities to grow and support services that provide a hand up to those on their road to self-reliance. And whereas Pathfinder Services, through its various programs, has provided services to thousands of individuals in Huntington, and whereas the mission of Pathfinder Services is to strengthen communities, primarily by enabling people experiencing developmental or economic challenges to achieve independence, inclusion, and stability. Now therefore, I, Brooks Fetters, Mayor of the City of Huntington, do hereby proclaim March 28th as Pathfinder Services' 50th celebration. And in doing so, I call upon citizens in Huntington to observe this day. In testimony thereof, I have set my hand and affixed this great seal of the City of Huntington, this 28th day of March 2016, Mayor Brooks Fetters.
Appreciation for all that you do for our city, but especially what you have done for Pathfinder Services. And being here today, we want to present you with two of our coasters. One of them is our 50th anniversary coaster, which has our vision statement, envisioning a community where people are valued and accepted. And the other one, turn around, is one that has the pathway. It has a pathway through the forest. The road is rough. We're going to get over those rough spots, and we have over the years, and we'll continue to do that. But at the end, there's a shining light for our organization, for this wonderful community, and for all the people who live here. Thank you so much. Time to celebrate. Thank you so much again for coming. Take care.
Yeah, play that, and then it's done. And
Whatever your past, whatever your present, wherever you are on life's path, you have the right to choose where you will go next. You may want to move toward a place you never thought you could reach on your own, and the place you want to reach may have many obstacles along the way. Whether those obstacles are developmental barriers or financial hardships, we want you to know you don't have to face them on your own. If it takes months or years, we will walk with you for the entire journey to build your wealth, whatever that means to you. Maybe it means owning your own home, finding a steady job, having a safe and educational place for your kids while you are away, or learning to express creativity and find fulfillment through artistic creations, which also present the opportunity of self-employment by selling your masterpieces. Wealth may simply mean completing everyday tasks more independently. Pathfinder Services is here for you. We provide opportunities for you to find success and be a part of your community, for you to find independence, to overcome obstacles, to take control of your own destiny. So next time you start to move toward a goal that seems impossible, let us come alongside you to help you achieve it. Pathfinder Services, providing a hand up no matter where you are on life's path.
I'm John Niederman, President and CEO of Pathfinder Services, and I'm very proud to be part of an organization that has sought to give a hands up for over 50 years to people so they can be the best that they can be.